Hi, this is Salvacion Placer Antuaco, or Doc Baby, or simply Baby. Welcome to this Connecting the Dust channel once again, where I talk about stories, moments, insights, lessons, encounters that I call dots. And all these dots are connected to God. And if you're interested in dots like this, then please subscribe and click the bell also so that you will be informed of new videos coming up. Thank you. I got a surprise when I started my challenge about praying without ceasing. I intended that as my first activity for this Lent. And so I started on prayer first. We are familiar, of course, about the three pillars of the Lenten season as in prayer, fasting, and then acts of mercy. And I thought that I will start with prayer first and then go to fasting and acts of mercy. And I didn't realize that as I was going through praying without ceasing, then all the other two pillars of Lent just flowed naturally for me. I just discovered this recently, and I was so surprised because everything just seemed natural for me. And so I did not have to exert any other effort. When I started praying, then fasting, and the acts of mercy just simply flowed naturally. And it's a very pleasant surprise and bonus for me, really, because I thought that I will have to exert more effort in fasting and more effort in acts of mercy, but everything flows naturally. I simply followed in fasting the ones that Pope Francis mentioned about fasting from hurting words, fasting from sadness, fasting from anger. I will show you this in here. Okay, all the ones that everything just flowed naturally. And this reminded me, therefore, of a story. I don't know if you are familiar with this, but there's a story about three men, and I will read this here just to remind us. Okay? It's about the story of love, wealth, and success by an unknown author. A woman came out of her house and saw three old men with long white beards sitting in front of her yard. She did not recognize them. She said, "I don't think I know you, but you must be hungry. Please come in and have something to eat." "Is the man of the house home?" they asked. "No," she said, "he is out." "Then we cannot come in," they replied. In the evening, when her husband came home, she told him what had happened. "Go tell them I am home and invite them in," he said. The woman went out and invited the men in. "We do not go into a house together," they replied. "Why is that?" she wanted to know. One of the old men explained. "His name is Wealth," he said, pointing to one of his friends, and said, pointing to another, "He is Success, and I am Love." Then he added, "Now, go in and discuss with your husband which one of us you want in your home." The woman went in and told her husband what was said. Her husband was overjoyed. "How nice!" he said. "Since that is the case, let us invite Wealth. Let him come and fill our home with wealth." His wife disagreed. "My dear, why don't we invite Success?" Their daughter-in-law was listening from the other corner of the house. She jumped in with her own suggestion. "Would it not be better to invite Love? Our home will then be filled with love." "Let us heed our daughter-in-law's advice," said the husband to his wife. "Go out and invite Love to be our guest." The woman went out and asked the 3 old men, "Which one of you is love? Please come in and be our guest." Love got up and started walking toward the house. The other two also got up and followed him. Surprised, the lady asked Wealth and Success, "I only invited Love. Why are you coming in?" The old men replied together, "If you had invited Wealth or Success, the other two of us would have stayed out. But since you invited Love, wherever he goes, we go with him. Wherever there is love, there is also wealth and success." I was so touched by this story, and I was immediately reminded of this story when I started discovering what happens if I pray without ceasing. If I pray without ceasing, then the 3 pillars of Lent naturally follow each other. I naturally went through fasting, and I naturally went through acts of mercy, almsgiving. And so this is very significant for me. Before, in old times, I used to do all of those 3 pillars of Lent with so much effort. I would do prayers and then fasting and then acts of mercy. But when I started my challenge to myself of praying without ceasing, then as I said, all the other two followed without so much conscious effort, without effort. It's just like the story about love, wealth, and success. They follow each other naturally. By the way, the link to the video about praying without ceasing is found in the description below. So just go there and click it because it's about praying without ceasing. Okay? And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe and click like too and ring the bell. It will show when you click subscribe so that you will be informed of new videos coming up. Thank you for staying with me, and if you enjoyed this, please share it with your friends. Thank you and bye. I'll see you next time.